Right folks, we're back where we left off with the Wolfpack space program. In the previous episode we took the science bomber and I kind of made a mess of it with regards to forgetting to put brains on the payload, balancing it out and stuff like that. And then we kind of had an idea about throwing something to the moon. I was putting some thought in it, and with regards to the Tin Can Mark III, we had enough Delta V to get that thing into interplanetary space. So I'm thinking instead of sending it into interplanetary space, we could maybe modify it a wee bit and get it ready for possibly getting an orbit around the moon. Couple of a change I did to the save file that I've got here. This save file came back. I made this save file basically before the update for KSP that added the ComNet and stuff like that, KerbNet. So we didn't have the satellite coverage and stuff like that, which is basically a fun wee mechanic. So I went into the save file and I enabled ComSat, KerbNet, whatever it's called, the satellites and the connection issues and all that stuff. So I enabled all of that jazz. That bit there gets bonked off, so we kind of want to put these maybe roughly. Have we got anything important that sticks out here? I suppose we could have one on each side there. Oh, mystery goo container, damn it. Oh dear. We'll put it's difficult. Can we lodge 4 in there? We'll put 4 in there. Right, so now we've got RCS capability, which basically lets us control it better in space. So we'll save it a couple of times and we will launch. So basically, to get an orbit around the moon, first of all we're going to need to get an orbit around Kerbin, and then basically expand our periaps or our apoaps until we get an encounter with the moon, and then we will basically do a braking burn so we get captured by the gravity of the moon. So let's go! Again, still should have put struts on that and I completely forgot to do that. And if I remember correctly, this thing's unstable as all hell when you lose that stage. I see some struts would prevent that oscillation, which is actually slowly throwing us off canter quite. Oh my god. Right, well I guess we're going for a 270 orbit instead of a 90, so we're working. Whoa! That's far too close for my liking. Oh dear, I've touched it again and now it's flying off centre. Get this map up. What's our apoaps is currently sitting at 24. What's our fuel? Fuel is good. But I'm pretty sure if you start going against the rotation of the planet, that's when you're working harder? Can't remember. But anyway, we are slowly extending our orbit here. Feels good. Are we cranking this at max? Aye, we're cranking at max. Let's just try and nose up a wee bit here. Oh no, bad things. We can just try and ride this out a bit. 50, 53. What's our fuel like? Fuel's getting towards empty. This might get us into a position to set up our orbit. 79, 70. What stage have we got after this then? We've got our main burn and then we've got our capture. Is that an SRB? Sugar. I'm an idiot. Why did I put an SRB on this? Add maneuver. 85, 94. That works. So let's go ahead and position ourselves at the maneuver node. Enable RCS, and then we get this glorious monopropellant control. Very fine tuning. In fact, our solid rocket booster might actually be useful now that we've got the... We need to burn now. Now that we've got RCS keeping us stable. And we are ditching this stage and firing next. And we can use our RCS just to give that extra wee bit of oomph. Because currently we're not doing a very good job at this. But failing achieving an orbit with the moon, I suppose we could always just try and put it in orbit around Kerbin. So we're at half fuel just now and we've got about that much of the node left. Our RCS helps. And then you'll notice now we've got these green lines, which is basically our connection status with the Kerbal Space Centre. And that can be bounced off of other spacecraft. That's us starting to descend now, man. We've buggered this. I'm wondering if the RCS is enough to get a capture. Come on. That's us done. Done. Sugar. Oh well, YOLO. See, RCS keeps it stable, but this SRB is going to muck us up big time. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Wait. Have I got another engine on this? I do! Keep with the manoeuvre node. In fact, no, cancel. We've got a... Is this stable? 81. Right, so we've got a stable orbit. Where's the moon? Right, so what we need to do is basically time accelerate, because we need the moon to be about here before we can extend it. Basically the way to work it is picture the orbit of the moon like a clock face, and the moon flies counterclockwise. So imagine the moon was at 12 o'clock. Basically to get a successful intercept you're going to need to send your orbit out to 9 o'clock. So you need to do like quarter of the clock face to get a good intercept. That's the way I remember it, at least. Heck, I can't mind. We'll see what we can do. So if I put this here, let's slow down time so I've got time to... Wait no, what's happening? Something fired. RCS has gone batshit crazy, just turn that off. Don't want to be wasting our monopropellant. Don't want to go retrograde, want to go pro. Whoa! Right, so the moon's going to be over here apparently. And how much delta V is that going to need? 1. So can we move this around? That's going to need a lot of prograde. But if we bring it back down, we'll basically just try to cut our delta V as much as possible here. So around about 9 o'clock we get an encounter, but apparently the moon's going to be all the way back here. But we get a periapsy about 2000, and that's a burn time of 1 minute, which is far from ideal. So if we bring it around... Oh, hang about. Should I bring that down some more? We need a very small burn. Very small burn preferably. What does it do for lunar periods? Right. I don't think we've got enough fuel to get an encounter. One minute burn to try and get an encounter with the moon. Boop. So that's going to be there, but we're going to get a periapsy about 122. That means we're going to have to attempt to arrest the bloody thing. Turn on LCS. 1 minute burn. Do we think we've got a minute of fuel? Do we hell? Let's time accelerate a wee bit so we can get closer to this node. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, and burn. What's our fuel going to do? No way in hell have we got a minute worth of fuel. Let's burn the RCS as well. Let's get on. And it's out of liquid fuel and oxidizer, but we're continuing it with the monopropellant. This might work. The question is, will we be able to arrest around the moon with just monopropellant? It's saying it's estimating that it's going to be a minute of burn time. But we've passed our node, which is basically the peak of maximum efficiency. GS tin can. We're going to rename this ship because I'm pretty sure it's still called the Mark III. Come on, little spaceship, you can do it. Monopropellant for the win. Who needs ion engines when you've got monopropellant? We're basically fire extinguishing our way up to hopefully get an encounter. Ah, no, wait, I've been reading this wrong. The moon's not going to be over here. The moon is actually going to be there. Well, I can't even mouse over this and point at the same time, but it's going to be where that orange moon is. And anytime... There we go. Sorted. We'll cut it here and then we'll resume in the next episode. Catch you later.